Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be unboxing and giving my first ride impressions on the Maxfind FF Plus. If you're new around here, my name is Amar and I'm an electric skateboarder and content creator based in the UK. My goal for this channel is to be a resource for electric skateboarders through reviews, tutorials and ride videos. So if any of that piques your interest, smash that subscribe button and join me on this journey. Now, I do want to give a big thanks to Maxfind for reaching out and sending this board over for review. And you can expect more board reviews and first impressions just like this one from all your favorite brands on the channel soon. But as always, they will be totally unbiased and honest. This is by no means the full review. I'll release the full review once I've ridden about 100 miles on this board so that I can give you the most genuine feedback and opinions. Before we get to exploring the board itself, let's quickly get the unboxing out the way. So guys, here we have it. This is the Maxfind FF Plus all-terrain board. And I have to say, the packaging is top-notch. But without any further ado, we're going to get into the main components of the box. Protective cover, and wow, look at that. Right, we'll get to this board in a second. Let's take a look at what else comes in this box. So what you also get in the box are these two, what look like red bash guards for the front and the rear of the board. And considering that it's a plastic deck board, I guess this is a very good accessory to have. You also get a couple of stickers. Definitely going to be putting these on my Nobleman Tech helmet. Looks super cool. And then we have this accessories box, and I'm guessing that this is where we'll find the charger and also the remote. Let's find out. Okay, there's a lot going on here. The first thing I'm noticing is this rechargeable USB light. That is super cool to see. I've never seen an electric skateboard before ship with its own light. So another really nice touch, Maxfind. I will be installing this on the board. More stickers, user manuals, don't need any of that. We've got our charging brick here, as well as the adapter. This is a 2.5 amp charger, so pretty standard stuff there. You also get a tool to adjust your trucks, I'm guessing. Really surprised to see this with an electric skateboard, but super cool. And then we also have, of course, our remote and our charging cable for the remote. And straight away, what I can see is that the remote charges with USB-C, which is an awesome, awesome thing. I'm a big fan of USB-C. And yeah, I think that's the future of the remotes of electric skateboards. Finally, what we're getting in the box here is a Maxfind branded T-tool and also Allen key. I'm really quite impressed with this unboxing experience, and it's nice to see that Maxfind provide you with a separate wrench to be able to loosen up the bottom kingpin on the trucks easily, because the bottom kingpin is hard to reach with a skate tool when the trucks are in their normal position. Maxfind did very kindly send me their bash guards and light, which we'll be taking a closer look at in the full review. Do note that these accessories do not come standard in the box. So with the unboxing out the way, let's now get into the fun stuff, and that is the riding. Let's go. Alright guys, so this is day 2 with the Maxfind FF Plus. Yesterday on my first ride, I had to adjust the bushings and tighten them up quite a bit because I'm 120 kilos and out the box they were just way too loose for me. But now that we've tightened them up, I'm going to jump on in the first mode and we'll see what the acceleration's like. So this is now full throttle in mode 1. We're not going too fast, probably 15, 16, picking up kilometers per hour. I guess this mode is just really ideal for your first time riding the board, or if you're going to put an inexperienced rider on, or you just want to show a friend how electric skateboards work, this mode would be ideal. But apart from that, I'm going to go straight into mode 2. And instantly in here we see a pickup in the torque. Mode 2 is just a really nice carvy gear, so if you're going out on night rides, for example, and you're not too fussed about getting the most speed or torque and you just want to get the most range, mode 2 is probably where you're going to want to be at, especially with the size of the battery on this board. But for the moment, we're going to kick it into mode 3 and see what that's like. So yet again, another increase in torque this time. And yeah, now the board is really responsive. And by the way, The ESC on this board, the latest Hobbywing ESC, is super smooth and super responsive. You can really control the board quite well from the remote, and the braking, if we're going to come to a complete stop now, the braking is also really good and really sharp, which is always a good thing to have, especially when you're riding in traffic, as you'll see in a second. What I found with this board as well is that it's just really nice and playful. Like, you can really maneuver around. So if you're going to be purchasing this board as a city commuter, it's really going to be ideal for you. It's just a really nice playful ride. And you could see there that I just went over those lines for blind people that you find at bus stops and traffic lights and stuff. And you'll see here these road markings. The board does just tackle them really well. So I've made a wrong turn here. Let's see if I can do a U-turn in one go. Ooh. Yep, thanks to DKP Trucks. I have to give it to this board. I'm pleasantly surprised by the deck. I really wasn't expecting it to be so playful, especially at my weight of 120 kilos. So we've been cruising around in mode 3, but I'm now going to push it up into mode 4 and see what the difference is like in terms of torque. Right, so definitely pick up and go time is much quicker, much faster. You definitely feel that increase in torque, and the speed, I can definitely feel that I'm going much faster than I was in mode 3. What I would say is that if you're only running on one battery, I probably wouldn't recommend you riding only in mode 4, unless of course you just weigh like a skeleton. So, first impressions of the Maxfind FF Plus. Surprising. At the price point of this board and with the materials being used, I didn't have the highest of expectations to begin with, but I have to say the board has really exceeded my expectations. I wasn't expecting the deck to handle so well, especially for a person my weight at 120 kilos, since it's made of plastic, but it actually made for a really playful and enjoyable ride, and did a great job of absorbing a lot of those vibrations from the solid tires that this board uses. Talking of the solid tires, they're 6.5 inches, and again, I didn't expect a lot from them, as I always assumed that solid tires made for an extremely uncomfortable ride. But again, the Maxfind surprised me. Sure, these tires aren't as comfortable as using pneumatic tires, but they still performed really well over undesirable terrain, potholes and bad paving. They could of course be more comfortable, but honestly, the trade-off with pneumatic tires is the possibility of getting punctures, which most people don't really want to be dealing with. So you sacrificed a bit of comfort and gain the pleasure of having to do less maintenance in the long run. Maintenance is also reduced on this board because it uses dual hub motors rather than belts. That's instantly 2 less components to worry about, pulleys and belts. The hub motors are still very punchy and torquey in the higher modes, and even at my weight, they were hauling me around, and I really enjoyed the ride, to be honest. In summary, for my first impressions, this is a well-made, carvy, playful board that's great for convenience and low maintenance. The board also looks fantastic. You really can't fault it in the looks department. And in fact, my first ride with the FF Plus, just in the period of, let's say, 45 minutes, I had about 4 compliments of the board from total strangers, and it just really looks sleek and stealthy, and from a distance you can easily mistake the deck for a carbon deck. The only drawback I've seen thus far is the range, especially for a person my weight. But you can very easily purchase additional batteries to carry in your backpack that you can swap out in a matter of seconds. More on the range as well as off-road performance in the full review. For now, I'm really quite impressed with the Maxfind FF Plus, and I do really look forward to shredding it some more. That's all for this one then, guys. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe buttons. They help out more than you think with the YouTube algorithm, and I'll catch you at the full review. Peace.